Understanding oscillator death in simple terms. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to dive into a fascinating concept known as oscillator death. Don't worry, it's not as grim as it sounds. This term is actually used in the world of science and mathematics, and we're going to break it down into easy-to-understand language. So, let's get started and unravel the mystery of oscillator death. Before we talk about oscillator death, it's important to understand what an oscillator is. In simple terms, an oscillator is something that moves or swings back and forth in a regular rhythm. Think of a pendulum in a clock or your heartbeat. These are both examples of oscillators because they have a regular and repeating pattern. Now, let's talk about oscillator death. It might sound like an oscillator is dying, but it's actually a term used to describe a situation where oscillators that used to move in a regular pattern suddenly stop or change their behavior. This happens when oscillators are connected or interacting with each other in a certain way. Instead of moving independently, they start to influence each other, and this can lead to a point where they stop oscillating altogether. That's why it's called oscillator death. The oscillations die out. To make it clearer, let's look at some examples. In nature, oscillator death can be observed in certain chemical reactions where the reaction stops unexpectedly. It's also seen in electronics, where circuits that are supposed to oscillate can suddenly stop due to how they are connected. Even in the animal world, creatures that synchronize their movements might suddenly stop, showing a form of oscillator death. And there you have it. We've explored the intriguing concept of oscillator death. It's a phenomenon where oscillators, which normally move in a predictable pattern, suddenly stop due to their interactions. Remember, it's not as scary as it sounds and is actually a fascinating area of study in various fields like science, mathematics, and engineering. I hope this video has shed some light on the subject and made learning about oscillator death an interesting journey. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.